Hi, welcome. It is time for a nice warm up today. Let's see. I want you to have a chair of some sort. I don't usually ask for a lot of props, but let's have a nice chair that we can practice with today. And so I'm just going to start by putting it off to the side. I'll put it over here because we'll use it in just a moment. And as a warm up today, nothing fancy. Let's just get nice and warm and loose as our morning practice. So let's look down at our toes, spread them nice and wide, feet right underneath the hips, facing straight ahead, and let's beat the drum. Let those arms wrap around the body. Relax the shoulders. Let your knees and feet roll around as they feel fit to. And let's come back into the center here. Big breath in, we'll bring the arms up to the sky. And as they come down, nice exhale through that midline. Let's come all the way into forward fold. Bend your knees nice and deep. Let the head shake out. Maybe the shoulders. And pushing down through the heels, let's roll back up. Arms that can come straight up to the sky again. A little bit of a back bend, but not a big one here. Something comfortable. Let's come right back down again. Bend the knees, forward folding. Head shakes around. Maybe the knees bend and bend and straighten one at a time, perhaps. And let's roll back up again. Push down to roll up. Arms back up. One more. Come on down. This time, let's bring the hands over to the right side of the right foot. And then over to the left side of the left foot. And back to the center. Good. Let's roll it up one more time. The right arm shoots up to the sky as we take this nice little side bend. And back to the center. Other side. Left arm up and over. Good, come on back. Let's take the hands behind the back, lace them up, and we'll sit back into a little chair pose first as those arms stretch back a little bit. Keeping the ribs down, nice and strong. Maybe the shoulders kind of come forward and back. A little protraction and retraction. And let the arms relax. Let's sweep them up for chair pose, just a little, and then sweep them down. We're still in chair pose, arms sweep back, and then up again. Good, exhale as they come down, keeping those ribs down, and sweep them up. Weight back into the heels. Exhale, hands back and down. One more time, sweep them up, and down. This time, let the hands come to your sides, and we'll slide down one more time into forward fold. And one more roll back up. Good. So now, this is where I would like you to grab your chair. Actually, I'll put it over here. And so that you can hold on to the back of the chair. And this is for balance, but we're also going to actually be doing a nice big twist. So I really would like you to be able to have something to hold on to in the back of the chair. That's why we have this here. So left foot planted nice and firm into the floor. Let's lift this right knee into the chest, and we'll roll the ankle around. Other direction. Now, we're not relying on that chair. It's just here to help support us, right? Let's open that right knee. Get a big roll around that joint, and then back up to the center. One more time. Open the knee. Big roll around that hip joint. Back up to the center. Let's do that twice in the other direction. As the knee comes down, now it opens around and comes back in. One more of those. Down, around, and in. Good. Let's take it down. I'm just going to turn the other direction and keep the chair back here so that my right foot planted down. Let's bring that left knee up into the chest. Rolling that left ankle a bunch in each direction. Nice. And then those big hip circles. Let that left knee come open. Big roll around the hip joint. Back up through the center, open. Big roll around the hip joint. Right back in. And the other direction. Come on down. Reach it back open. Warming warming up those hips. One more time. Good, and then right back into the center. All right, let's warm up our legs a little bit. So I'm gonna turn back to the other direction to switch legs again. So I have this chair here. If we take the left foot planted down, the right leg comes in, and stepping it back, swinging it back, controlling to a nice, really long lunge. So think about a long lunge here. And then inhale, straightening, and coming up to those back toes, and then exhale, sink down. Bend that back knee just for a moment. One more time, we're just saying hi to our legs. Exhale, sink, but then straightening the back leg. So we have a nice lunge here. Now both hands going to the back of that chair. And sliding the chair a little bit back towards your left, towards your hip. Relax here, turning your head over the left shoulder. Let's get a nice long deep breath in here. Big spine up to the sky. Nice long exhale. Nice twist here. And then turning back to the front. Let's step it up. Good. Now I will just turn around the other direction. You can flip your chair over to the other side if you'd like. Right foot planted nice and firm into the floor. Let's inhale the left knee up and lunge it back with control. Nice long lunge here. And a nice inhale, we straighten everything, come up to those toes. Exhale, sink, bend that back knee. Inhale, come up, straighten everything, come up to the back toes. Exhale, sink. And then to our neutral lunge, where that left leg is straight, nice bend in the right knee. Both hands to that chair. Slide it back a little bit towards the right, towards your hip. Long spine, nice big inhale. Nice exhale into the twist. Good. Let's come forward and step it up one more time. Great. I will push this chair out of the way just a little bit. Come back to the front of the mat as we head to hands and knees. So big inhale up. Let's exhale and fold down, bending those knees. Good. Right into hands and knees, all fours. Hands are forward, spread out like starfish. Toes tucking. And let's take that cat and cow, that undulating cat and cow that almost comes back to a child's pose and almost to a high cobra, but not quite, because we're mostly focusing on that spine. Let's do 3 more. One. Coming forward almost into that plank on the knees. So we're kind of half in tabletop and half in plank on the knees here, right? And warming up the shoulders. So squeeze the shoulder blades together and pressing them apart. This is done with straight elbows. And I do have long sleeves on, so you can't see my elbows as much. It's a little chilly in here this morning. Just for time's sake, it's the end of January and it's very cold outside here in central New York. Squeezing the shoulder blades, pressing it away. Maybe taking some big shoulder rolls here. In the other direction. Good, tuck those toes back to child's pose. And let's come to hands and knees. Walk those hands way off to the left side of your mat. Right hand will reach away a little bit. Maybe the shoelaces come down. Knees are nice and open. Coming back to a side bended child's pose. Maybe the heart turns to one direction or the other. And then come on back up. Let's do the other side. So walking way over to that right side. Left arm reaches away a little bit. Knees are nice and open, big toes touching. Hips back towards the heel here. And then again, maybe your torso rocks, like the barrel rocking or rolling from side to side. Great, let's come back up into the center here. And as we shift it forward, right into plank on the knees and all the way down to the floor. We'll take that little cobra. So lifting through the back of the heart here. And then exhale, sink it down. Let's take the left leg, lift it up, the right arm reaching forward, and exhale, bring it down. Right leg lifting, left arm reaching, and take it down. Let's do that again. So left leg, right arm, warming up the back, bring it down. Right leg, left arm. Good, come on down. Now, we have a little cobra here. Press the hands, peel it up. Tucking toes back to that little child's pose. Great, one more here on hands and knees, and we will do a few more things standing before we complete. We won't actually do anything on our backs today, just because this is your get warm, morning warm up. So if we take this left leg, just like we did on the ground, on the belly and the ground, reach it back. Drop your tail feathers. Let's lift it just a little bit. It doesn't need to come very high, but this time take that right arm off to the side like a T. And then exhale, bring the hand down. As we bend the knee, slide it in next to its friend, but it's lifted actually. And then we'll open that left leg to the left like fire hydrant and bring it down. Let's do a few more of those. Opening, fire hydrant, and down. Opening, and bring it all the way to the ground. Excellent. So the right leg reaching back. Drop those tail feathers. And let's let it lift just a little bit. Doesn't need to come high. Left arm reaching off to the left. And we'll bring the hand down. The right knee bending as it comes in towards the left knee, and then opening like a fire hydrant. Bring it down. Opening again. Bring it down. Let's do one more. Opening nice and wide. And bring it down next to its friend. Great. Hands forward just a little bit. Toes tucking. And we'll take a nice downward dog so we can say hello to our calves. Oh, and shoulders. Good. So let's pedal those heels out one at a time. Good. Nice downward dog here. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Heels softening towards the floor. Remember, they don't necessarily touch the floor. Inhale, plank pose. Exhaling, downward dog. Again, plank pose, come forward. And downward dog. Those shoulders one more time. Plank pose, come forward this time. As we come back into downward dog, let's walk those hands back to the feet, bending the knees as you get there, and widening those feet, the edges of your mat. Now this is where, if you have your chair handy, grab your chair if you'd like, just as a little support. And let's sit back into a little garland pose. Remember, heels stay down, only come down as far as you're comfortable with. And back to forward fold. Back to our little squat. And forward fold. One more little squat. This time push the heels down and come all the way up. Just stand and grab those hips. We'll get some big hip circles here. And let's do some the other direction too. Excellent. Okay. Just a couple more fun things. So let's take our chair. I'm going to put it in front of you. But what I'd like you to do is take some wide legs. And toes turned inward, okay? Toes in, heels out. If we bring our hands, actually, let's say elbows down to that chair, right? Now rock, just gentle rocking side to side. Side to side. Maybe there's a figure 8 here. We say, oh, hips. Good morning. Hello, hips. Maybe it's not morning for you. Either way, wake up the hips. And then let's start doing some bending of the knee on side to side. Inner thighs saying hello. Okay, back to the center here, toes in again, because I might have come out a little. Now let's bring the palms of the hands to the edges of the chair, okay? And let's push it forward as we come down for this good stretch in the shoulders. It's kind of like a downward dog with wide legs, but your arms are lifted. You're welcome to rock your hips just a couple times here again, just to see how it feels. Then as we lift the heart, sliding that chair back, this time let's take that left elbow to the chair, right hand to the hip, and a nice twist over the right shoulder. Wade into the heels. Take a nice breath. Okay, let's do the other side. Right elbow to the chair, left hand to the hip, and let's take a twist over the left shoulder. Weight back into the heels, a nice breath here. Excellent. And then come on back to the center. We'll slowly start to come up. I'm going to move my chair out of the way, but keep your legs nice and wide. So let's open up that left foot towards one side of the mat, and we'll take some big circles. Big circles. Big knee and foot, ankle, both directions, just maybe 2 or 3 each direction. Let's bend it, taking the left elbow down just above the knee. Find your firm foundation here, and the right arm comes up. So side angle, but we're sweeping that right hand around, down, and back up. Around, down. Now this time, as it comes up, let's reach it over the ear and turning that heart towards the sky. Pushing that left knee open. Take a long breath. See how long that right side can be. And then come on up, pushing through that left heel. Excellent. Let's turn that left foot in. Open the right one. And we'll do the same thing with starting out with these big circles. Just a few, 2 or 3 in each direction. Snap, crackle, pop. You probably can't hear it, but my joints are popping this morning. So nice straight leg. Find your foundation as we bend that right knee, sliding the elbow down. Right above the knee, side angle pose, left arm comes up, sweeping it forward, around and down. Good. One more, full circle. And this last one, let's bring it up and over, reaching over the ear, twisting and turning the heart towards the sky. Big breath. How long can you make that left side? Big, one more breath. And then pushing that right heel into the floor to come all the way up. Let's turn that right foot in, left foot open, and just working with the side body for just a moment. Right hand on the hip, and we'll slide down to triangle. Only come down as far as you want to go, and then come back up slowly, so we're pulling up into the center. Let's do that again. Legs engaged, triangle legs, slide it down, and then slide it back up. Third time the charm. Let's do one more. Slide down, long side body. Maybe we reach a little further and then slide up. Good, reaching. So if we reach further without falling into the joints, we're rolling in that top shoulder, right? So let's turn that left foot in, right foot opens. Left hand on the hip, legs are strong. Here we go. Right hand sliding down and then sliding up. Use your breath. Again, right hand sliding down. Maybe a little further. Okay, sliding up. And this last one, legs engaged. Nice and strong foundation here. Slide it down, reach, and then up nice and slow. Good, let's turn those feet in. We'll wiggle everybody back in. I will turn the chair around so I can hold on to it again. You don't have to use your chair for this one. However, let's take the top of that right foot, bring it behind you, shoelaces on the floor. Now hips come forward, heart up, rock, just enough to stretch the shin and the top of the foot. If it cramps, take your foot out, go right back in. Good, take it on out. Other side, left foot back, shoelaces down. My toes are cracking too. Everything's cracking today. All right, excellent. So for the last one, let's turn the chair so that we can sit in it. Let's have a seat. Right on the edge of our chair. We'll take this right ankle to the left knee. Right hand can go to the knee, left hand to the ankle. Heart lifts nice and high, and slowly, just a little bit reaching forward. It doesn't need to be long here, or I should say far. You don't need to go far into this bend to get this good stretch in the hip, right? This is a seated pigeon. A couple of long breaths just to settle in. Okay, let's come up and we'll switch. Again, left hand to the knee, right hand to the ankle. Long spine, long breath in, and just reaching forward a little bit. Staying with your breath. Staying present with your body as always. I know this was a quick warm-up just to start your day, or maybe you're in the middle of your day and you just need a little stretching. Good, lift the heart. Let's take this foot down. Big inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let them drop down. As they drop down, bring the chin to the chest. And we'll rock the right ear to the right shoulder. Chin will come back down, left ear to left shoulder. Let's do that again. Chin down, just half circles. Right ear, right shoulder. And left ear, left shoulder. Great. Take the chin down and let's do one big circle. All the way around. And as their chin comes back down, go the other direction. And as it comes back down again, let's bring it right to the center so that we can look over the right shoulder and look over the left shoulder and back to center. And here we are. Thank you so much for joining me today for our little warm-up. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.